Hello everyone, my name is Kat Owens and welcome to the Cozy Kitchen. Today I decided to go ahead and make goulash. Now my mama always used to make goulash all the time, and she was a good variety cook because she always used to make things from German, from Russia, Spain. I guess she wanted us to have a variety of food, which I'm very thankful for that. But one of the meals was goulash, and that's like a European dish, and you serve meat with noodles. So we are going to go ahead and we are going to make a yummy goulash. So let me bring you down. Okay, part of this goulash meal is I like to add some green peppers in mine. So what we're going to do is we're going to take Pampered Chef's chef's knife, and we are going to cut this into small dices. Try to be fast on here without chopping my fingers, because you know their knives are like super sharp, which is a good thing. But you know, once you learn how to cook with sharp knives, then you know you have to watch out and be careful for yourself. I know you're supposed to cut small ones, so I'm going to do this into small diced green bell pepper. Now if you do like a little bit of spunk in whatever you had, you can add any type of spices that you like to it, especially if you like a little bit of spice into stuff. So we are going to go ahead and we are going to put that in this little bowl here. I think it's about a cup, if not a little bit more. Then we are going to take a whole onion, because I really like onion, and I'm going to slice it. Slice that up. You can make it a little bit smaller if you want. How many of you like onions? And what kind of onions? Do you like purple onions, yellow onions, which are actually the Spanish onions? Try to get this, do this faster because my videos need to be shorter. So if I'm a slob during all this, that's okay, because you know what? It's still going to taste really good. And so then we're just going to put that in there. And what you're going to do, I'm having a smaller amount of food, which still is kind of a lot for me, but we are going to be making such yummy stuff. I am going to be using ground beef sirloin, and this is 1 pound. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the frying pan, and we are going to cook that. Also, I'm going to be using diced tomatoes, which I'm going to show you that, and some Hunt's tomato sauce, plus a bunch of seasoning. So what I'm going to do is take you over to the other side so I can show you what else that I'm doing. Also, I got the water boiling for some egg noodles, but it does call for the regular shells, but I like to use egg noodles. So I'll meet you on the other side, okay? Okay, now that I've brought you over to the other side of the kitchen, we are going to be cooking the ground beef sirloin. Some people have different preferences on their beef, so you can tell me what kind of beef that you like to have. What we're going to do is we're just going to chop all this up, and we are going to cut cut it. I do like to take the grease out if there is any, because that's less saturated fats in your diet. Of course, in the old days, your mom would just throw all that stuff together, especially for the meat. Once this is all cooked, the meat, and I've drained it, we are going to be adding the other goodies to the pan. So this is what we're doing now. Sorry I have to do it this way. I don't have one of those fancy cooking. So what we're going to do is, to save on time, I'm going to cook this up and then we are going to add it. Okay, now that the hamburger is pretty done, I turned it down just a little bit, and what we are going to do, I'll show you what this is looking like. We're going to be adding the 1 cup of bell peppers and a 1 cup of, I like to use white onion. It's a little bit more tart, so we like that. Now's the great time that we are going to add the seasonings into this, and then we're going to let it cook for about 20 minutes. I'm gonna mix this all up. You're gonna add 1 teaspoon of garlic. You can add more if you want. I'm gonna add 2 actually. Then ground cumin, you're gonna add a teaspoon of that, and a teaspoon of oregano, and a half a teaspoon of black pepper. I just like to do it that way. And then we're going to add about a teaspoon of salt, because that always makes everything taste great. And then what we are going to do is we are just going to mix this all up and let all those seasonings get mixed up in the hamburger. Sirloin, of course, that's the best. And we're going to let this cook for a whole 20 minutes. I went ahead and put in the egg noodles, and they're cooking, so they usually, I like to make it just a tad al dente. So they're almost done, and what we're going to do is we're going to take Pampered Chef's stainless steel colander. This is the smallest one, and it has little silicone handles so your hands don't get burned. And for me, this is just the right size. And you know that we have a much bigger one, also a 4-quart one, so that you can be able to drain all of your food inside that, and it's going to last a really long time. It has this so it won't slide all over the place. So let's go ahead and we're going to drain that, and then I will be back after 20 minutes so that we can continue cooking the goulash. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes, and this smells so good that you'll be able to smell all those seasonings in there, the cumin, the oregano, and just think at the end we're going to have some very yummy goulash. And so I'm going to take you over to the other counter so I can show what the next step is in this yummy goulash. Okay, now we're on the other side of the counter, and like I said, we are going to be draining my egg noodles, which you're going to be doing so you can see that. Of course, everybody knows what draining looks like, but this is perfect. This is about 2 cups of egg noodles in the pan, so we can drain this really good. So this is the next step. It's not really hard. This is a very simple recipe. Once you start doing it, 10 minutes cooking, well, 20 minutes cooking everything. So now that we've mixed all this together, we're going to be adding the petite tomatoes. You can also add fresh. I'm going to get the skinny scraper because this is perfect for all this. And we are going to empty that can there. Then we're going to take some Hunt's tomato sauce, 1 can, and we are going to pour that in there. Skinny scraper. Of course, everybody likes fast meals during the week. Then we are going to go ahead and pour this yummy mixture into the noodles and mix all of this yummy stuff up. Let me get my so what we'll do is mix all this up. If you do like more garlic or a little bit more spices in here, feel free. This is pretty good. And what you're going to do is you're going to mix all this up. And once you do that, actually this is just the way that it is served. But you can add cheese over the top of it, which I have the new round stoneware that we just got for the holidays, and this is about 10 inches around. Isn't it great? And I'm excited to be cooking that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the goulash in there, and then I am going to add some shredded sharp cheddar cheese to this yummy dish so that we can taste all the yumminess inside. So we're going to put this inside here. This is going to fit everything so nicely. You can make it in layers if you want. This is going to be perfect. And you can add the shredded cheese over the top of this because everybody likes cheese. I'm always walking away from the camera, but you know I'm going to come back. You can put as much as you like on there, and I'm just going to put a little bit. And put this in the oven until the cheese melts, and then it's all done, and you can serve it with some sourdough bread from Pampered Chef. They have some really good stuff. Or choose whichever, oops, you're shaking, whichever cheese that you like, but I like the sharp cheddar cheese. So we're going to put this in the oven and let it get all brown, and then I will be right back. All right, tonight is a great night to be making goulash, so I hope that you are going to be making goulash too. So I'm going to take this yummy goulash out of the oven now. Of course, everything always tastes so good with cheese on it. Look at this. Oh my goodness. If you can see that. Let me put that down for you. And you can see this total yumminess right there, baked in the 10-inch stoneware, and it's round. I can hardly wait to taste this goulash. Thank you so much for joining me in my kitchen where we made goulash. Bye now.